Man U board ordered to sack Ten Hag immediately after woeful Tottenham loss. Manchester United suffered a humiliating 3-0 defeat at home. Tottenham. Manchester United fans want to see Ten Hag dismissed as manager immediately, with Thomas Tuchel named as the man they feel is best suited to come in as his replacement. Ten Hag is into his third full season at Old Trafford with high hopes to begin the campaign about breaking back into the top four. United ended last year on a high with their FA Cup win, but an 8th-placed finish in the Premier League left a lot to be desired. That put pressure on Ten Hag to get off to a fast start to the new campaign, but they've looked woeful in the first few games. They were hammered 3-0 at home to arch-rivals Liverpool earlier this month and headed into the match against Tottenham with back-to-back draws against Crystal Palace and FC Twente. The match against Spurs was seen as a chance to get back on track and close the gap to their rivals. But Spurs were the only side to show any attacking impetus, with United shell-shocked after Brennan Johnson's opener inside 3 minutes. United failed to pick up the pace in the first half before Bruno Fernandes was shown a red card for a reckless challenge on James Maddison. Dejan Kulusevski doubled Tottenham's lead shortly after the break to all but end any slim hopes of an unlikely United comeback. It's left United closer to the relegation zone than the Champions League spots after 6 games. Ten Hag urged for patience from United fans after the draw against FC Twente earlier this week, but it appears as though many supporters aren't willing to wait any longer, with calls for the club to make a move for Tuchel. One supporter fumed, "When Ten Hag is gone, please let it be Tuchel and nobody else." Another angry message read, "Ten Hag out. Get on the phone to Tuchel." A third person said, "Manchester United needs Tuchel and Ten Hag must be sacked immediately." One other fan posted, "Ten Hag has to go after this game. Absolute drabble of a youth team if I saw one, and we're miles further behind than when he came." Another wrote, "Ineos must sack Ten Hag, give Ruud a temporary run until we sign Tuchel after the international break. Wasting another full season to go again in the next one is a big fat no." Tuchel was seen as United's #1 choice to replace Ten Hag by the club earlier this summer. But the German coach, who left Bayern Munich at the end of last season, reportedly turned down an offer from United as he supposedly wanted to take a break from football. Why in heaven's name Tuchel? And for goodness sake not Southgate? Big-name players like Rashford have been taking the pee out of the manager and the club for far too long now, and there should have been a massive clear-out in the summer. Things are getting worse, not better, so if the manager does go, he really has no complaints. TBH if Ed does go, then Rashford and several others need to go too. Ed has won 2 trophies in fairness, but there is no Mew style of play, and you don't know from one minute to the next what's turning up to play. I think he's had some rotten luck with injuries last year, but I think he has only weeks to survive. Tuchel and Southgate aside, and maybe OGS, who else is there available? Tuchel is just as bad. Look at him in the German league before Company took over Bayern. He won nothing in that Mickey Mouse league.